So far, we've learned about the three forms of quadratics: factored form, vertex form, standard form. Now we're going to graph in each form in this assignment. So let's start with our factored form. Now, the nice part about factored form, it highlights our x-intercepts. Boom, 1 and -3. And I understand this might be a bit of a review at this point. So -3 and 1, that covers two of the points, but unfortunately we still need to figure out where that vertex goes. Well, if you forgot, the x-coordinate of the vertex is the average of the two y-intercepts. So we can add these up and divide by 2 to get -1. So that's just the x-coordinate for the vertex. We still need to come up with the y-coordinate. So what do we do for the y-coordinate? Well, for the y-coordinate of the vertex, I'm going to go ahead and just plug that in. And -2 times 2 is -4. And then those 4's will cancel. Negative times negative is positive, so that's going to be +5. You can think of it this way. -5 times -4 is +20. Divided by 4 is also +5. Couple ways you can think about that. Either way, they're still going to result in 5. -1 and 5 will be our vertex. So that's where you'll move that vertex point to. By the way, you could always just graph this on Desmos to double check your answer. I wouldn't say just to get your answer. And you can see all the same things we're talking about, the x-intercept and the vertex. Desmos will also give you the y-intercept, but in this case it's a decimal, can't really use that for this. Okay, graphing with vertex form is actually the easiest form to graph with, and that's because, look at this, it shows us the vertex gets shifted to the left too. Remember, it's the opposite on the inside. Plus means to the left, minus means to the right. And then we're going to go down 1. It does what you think on the outside. So left 2, down 1, here's our vertex. So that's actually the easy part. Now we just need to figure out another point. So for the other point, let's plug in something close to the vertex, like maybe -1. So when x is -1, just do a little PEMDAS here, you get -5. So -1, -5 is the other point. And just make sure, you just really want to make sure that that vertex gets placed where the vertex goes. That's probably the biggest mistake I've seen on these, is usually they pick the right points. They'll just put the vertex point here and the other point there. Make sure the vertex goes where the vertex goes, so that goes right there. So, you know, if you were to graph this, it would look like that, right? Last, we have standard form. So with standard form, we learned our vertex formula. So let's start with the y-intercept. Y-intercept, super easy. The y-intercept is -1. Let's go ahead and come up with a vertex. So for our vertex, formula is -b/2a. So that's going to be -2/2 times -1/5, which is -2/-2/5. So this is the big fraction sign here, so it's really 2/2/5. How to get 2/5? Well, we have 2/1 times 1/5. So 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times 5 is 5. And the negative over negative, overall this is going to be positive. But we have the 2/1 there. So -2/1 times 5/2. So we're going to flip the bottom fraction and multiply. So I needed to create a fraction on the top. So I did that by putting it over 1. And I need to flip this bottom fraction. Where do the negatives go? Well, negative over negative becomes a positive. So this is 10/2, which is 5. Now that's just the x-coordinate of the vertex. We still need to come up with the y-coordinate. So how do we do that? Well, let's plug it in. And you get 4. Just a little PEMDAS going on down there. Not too big of a deal. I guess I could explain it. 1/5 of 25. 25 divided by 5 is 5. You could also think what we said before. Multiply the tops. 1 times 25 is 25. 5 times 1 is 5. 25 over 5 simplifies to 5. So our vertex point is going to be at 5, 4. Remember, you could always double check this on Desmos. And you'll see the vertex 5, 4, the y-intercept -1.